SPUFalcons.com. I'm here with coxswain Roxy Ruther after a dual win over a University of Washington crew in the Windermere Cup. Roxy, your thoughts on the race?
Yeah, it was a great race. It was competitive, and it was an awesome opportunity to be a part of the history of the Windermere race, and great to get back to racing after a year break last year with the pandemic.
A little bit unique at the start. There are stake boats, and it's pretty windy out there. Tell us about what happened before the race, just getting settled in for the start.
Yeah, we had a bit of a rush start, so getting to the line we were already watching our clocks and making sure that we were there on time. And then, so in the stake boat, someone's laying on their stomach and holding the stern of our boat. And we latched on and he had a hold and needed to adjust a little bit. So he actually ended up letting us go and we had to reattach and readjust. So with the wind, it was a little bit of finagling, but we got a good start.
Now someone's holding your stern, but it's windy. What's happening at the bow? What are your rowers doing there to keep straight?
So our bow seat is what we call sculling it around. So our bow seat will pass her oar up, and that gives us more leverage over orienting the bow of the boat, gives a little bit control of how I can point and steer. Great.
Well, once you got situated, things went great. You stormed off the line and had almost an immediate two-seat lead. Was that the plan going in?
Well, the plan is always to get a lead. We were really proud of how we started this morning. It was very clean and direct. After all the chaos of warming up and getting locked on, it was just the rowers, so they were getting their nerves out by having an aggressive start, so we were really happy with how that happened.
Coach McLean mentioned perhaps adrenaline might have had a part to do at that start. Do you concur with that?
Oh, for sure, yes.
Great. And then the good thing is maintain, just talk us through real quickly through the race.
Yeah. So in the first 500, I was able to see out of the corner of my eye that lead we had, but our goal is to stay internally focused and really establish ourselves in the first 500. And then we had a little bit more of some more focused moves to try and take seats in the second 1,000, setting the tone, moving with the rhythm that we have. And then we have a couple special calls in there to help yeet us down the course. And then always finishing off with a strong sprint. And we kind of saw UW was walking it back a little bit, so working to maintain that lead.
Great. At about the midway mark, 1,000 meters, you had 7-seat, maybe a boat length advantage. Not knowing the other crew and what they have in them, what is your tack? Do you try and preserve that lead, or do you still want to add to that?
Oh, we're definitely going to add to that. One of our focuses as a boat this morning was to take a risk, and so one of the ways that we were trying to take a risk was putting ourselves out there to increase that lead and really empty the tank and not save anything for the last 500.
And at what point did you start your final sprint?
About 350 meters to go is when we start our final sprint.
Well, it looked effective, ended up with about a 2-boat length victory. Once you cross that finish line, what's the emotion in the boat?
I'm always super excited. Adrenaline is flowing. The rowers are more concerned about breathing. But yeah, very excited this morning. Everybody was happy to be here and happy to be a part of Windermere Cup.
Great. Well, perfect. That's a terrific day of racing. Windermere Cup generally has thousands of fans lining the course. This year they discouraged people from attending, so there were scattered people there, but despite that, still a great environment for you to row in. Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely a little bit different Windermere this year. Not what we were used to in the past, but we were so thankful to have the opportunity to race and be a part of Windermere.
One of the unique points of this year's race, Windermere, never before a Windermere Cup regatta had a buoy line down the center to mark lanes. Usually it's just, it's water and you sort it out to try and stay in your lane. How helpful is that as a coxswain to have a buoy line there?
Oh, incredibly helpful. I was actually just talking to one of my coaches about my ability to maintain a line off of the buoy line, and then also make sure that I'm staying close to the other boat so we can keep it competitive. The rowers always do better when they can see that other boat, so that really helps out.
Well, Roxy, thank you so much for your time and congratulations on great racing today.
Thank you.